Hello again, and welcome to the 8th episode of the Rhovanion campaign for 4th Age Total War Dominion of Min, a modification for Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. I am Wombat, or Wombat as you please. I'm returning from a roughly 8-month hiatus, trying to get my equipment up to standards necessary to record these episodes efficiently. In the last few weeks, as I've been trying to get my setup finalized, I've been through this particular turn probably 24 or more times. I'm just going to get us through it quickly so I can get on to things that I haven't done before. My general is going to be building a watchtower. I can monitor this area easily. I'm going to join these two armies up over this area so that they're hidden. My Dunabar did not attack me over the AI turn, which is disappointing, and my theory is that hoping the reason they did not attack me is because I've got too many armies in the area for their tastes. So I'm moving my units out of this province with Merchant, leaving the province completely devoid of defenses as far as the AI is concerned, and kind of opening up Rhovanion to aggression as well. Moving up these frontline units, the Foresters, to my northern group, which doesn't have any frontline units yet, except one unit of Foresters so far, and my ranged units that I'm producing are going down to reinforce this group here. Let's go ahead and get my recruitment and development out of the way. I'll show you here, I'm going to be implementing the land clearance as opposed to the market, because the market increases only our trade tariffs, and land clearance increases both trade and land tax, so it's a far more significant increase in income once that's produced. Wrathwell, I'm just going to produce the cheapest thing, and let's see, I'm going to make another emissary here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do our diplomacy. We can finally communicate with Tharbad, and we're not going to offer them an alliance because they are very likely to get into aggression with Dunabar quite soon, and I don't want to have to choose between them. Over the several dozen turns I've been through, this turn, I figured out that they'll accept 1,500 for map information and trade rights, and also another 500 to attack the independent peoples. It's a bit of a cheat knowing that ahead of time, but I feel like after several weeks of going through this nonsense, I deserve a little treat. Alright, we've done that. We can do Rohan now. They will give us money for the independent peoples. They will also give us a little money for map information. I should go ahead in for those factions that will give you money for map information. Give them a try every, say, 4 or 5 turns, see if they'll give you more money for further map information. It's worth trying every once in a while, it doesn't hurt, as far as I can tell. And certain factions are not going to give you money repeatedly for map information, like and that's just because there are certain factions in this game that already share map information with other factions. So I think once you've traded with one of the factions that they share map information with us, it's no longer possible to get money from them because they've already got it through their allies. What the frick just happened? I was talking about map information and I tried to trade it for. I hope that doesn't spoil my 500 for the independent peoples. Be nice? God damn. See what happens when you're not paying attention. Just lost 500 there because instead of trying to get money for attacking independent peoples, as I should have, I fruitlessly tried to get money for map information. And that soured them to any further negotiations. So that's 500 I'm never getting back. well, who knows? Maybe this particular recording will bite the bullet just like previous ones, and I'll have to do it over again, and maybe I won't forget next time. Oi! Only these beautiful, unique settlements that make it so hard to select your men that are right next to them. Yeah, so I think in the with the map information, because I had sold it already to GRUHA, and because they share their map information with the United Kingdom, Elves, Dwarves, and Dale, they all share together. You can't sell to more than one of those factions in a turn.
I shall speak with them.
And if you do, they don't like it. If you do try, that is. Okay. So we just need to...
Captain.
We're doing this because they've only got one turn to surrender. So if we don't lift the siege and implement it again, we would have captured that settlement next turn. And then Rune would have attacked us. The reason that Rune would have attacked us where the Dunbar didn't is because we wanted a Dunbar to attack us, and we don't want Rune to attack us. I can think of a better reason than that, other than I guess they have different circumstances, and probably the factions themselves have slightly different personalities in terms of how interested they are in maintaining an alliance and what have you, being honorable towards those agreements.
Sure.
I did mess around and test the limits on Far Herod as well, and they will not. The most that they will trade for trade rights and map information is 500 Miriam, which is kind of insulting. Interesting thing. It's always possible I'll get a better deal later on. So right now we're just going to expose some settlements in this area.
No more moves, sir. Your Honor.
This fellow is going to go over here to be close to the action, because this guy is going to be moving up to become my Tharbad contact. He will expose this settlement on his way.
No more moves, sir.
Now this one's going to go up and sit next to
Honor.
freeways, just in case I do need him there next turn.
Your Honor.
Oh, what next? Those guys here, this fellow.
Yes.
I'm actually going to move him closer to this settlement so that you can sort of monitor what's going on in that area.
Can I be of service?
And this one I'm going to send up toward the capital of North Rune. Okay, let's check out, see what else we need to do.
At your service.
Ah, my scout. He's got a 93% chance here, so there's a good chance he will increase his skill from 4 to 5. Let's see if he does. He does. Very nice. I find that agreeable. What is up with... Should have checked to see what their public order level was. Go back there.
Secrecy is assured.
105. So with 5, that should decrease by 5 each, so it gets down to 80. If I put that fellow in there, it's not going to be enough to get them to revolt. Maybe if I had 2 spies that were well trained, but I don't know. This fellow can go here and expose my pass. And we'll go back and be close to the next turn. This one I'm going to send over here. Expose these southern merchant provinces.
Awaiting your command.
He's going to expose
At once.
Paris Caladron. Galad. Okay, and then there in Bardil.
Your Honor.
Let's see, is this? That's not my emissary. This is my emissary.
Awaiting your
I'll send him over here.
Your Honor. Moves depleted,
Got
sir.
one right here. He can go
Your
down.
master?
Everything exposed up here? I'm guessing this... Yeah, I think I will send this guy north. And have him start exposing some of these settlements up in the north.
Honor. Out of moves.
These extreme north settlements, mostly troll dens and such. But it's just nice to have them on the map. Okay, anybody else I'm missing? Down here?
Your honor.
Okay, this guy can go ahead and
Without
like having
delay.
eyes in this area. This is a big crossroads area. It's good to always have eyes in that area.
Your honor.
Let's see how the tides of words are swinging
Honor.
one way or
Out
another.
of moves, sir.
Get
Awaiting
him
your
south of this ford before it gets blocked
honor.
up.
Your honor. Your honor. Out of moves.
Okay, anybody else?
Awaiting your command. Your honor.
Okay, nobody in there.
Without delay.
Got him here. He might be going. I'm gonna keep this fellow in this little area so we can see who's coming back and forth.
Yes.
He stays. He stays.
Can I be of service?
He doesn't stay. He's gonna go here.
Without delay.
Okay, I think that was
Can
it.
I be of service?
And let's make sure I move all my military forces that need to be moved.
Sir!
Okay, that's adequate. Alright, I believe that's the end of that turn. I'm gonna pause here, save my progress, and check my recording to see that we've got proper sound levels and all. Alright, well I wasn't too happy with the sound levels on that. I'm probably like 90% of the way to where I want to be as a minimum good quality setup. And one of the things I'm missing is a boom. So my mic is not as close to my face as I'd like it to be. So the noise gate that I had set up is cutting off too much of my speech for my liking. So you're just going to have to put up with a little bit of background noise, and I do apologize for that. One thing I want to do before I move on to the next turn is check to see if I can hire any mercenaries here. I can. Very good. These guys are handy to have. Okay, and I'll put him back. Ah! You gotta be careful. Look at that. If you're not careful, he'll go way the hell around. You don't want him to do that. You want him to go straight back. So you gotta merge him first, and then send him into a city. Alright. What are we doing next? We probably got mercenaries in other areas here, especially in the south. I don't think I've had anybody go to the south. I haven't been sending my governors down there because not enough movement points to get there and then back again. And I want them to end in the settlement each turn where possible. This guy is going to be doing some touring around, so he'll probably be going down to this area to check for, in fact, even right here, I think this is another recruitment area. Anyway, so he'll be checking those areas, but first, next turn, he's going to be going over here to build another one of these towers. And that will make sure I have advanced warning of anybody coming along this, this route. Okay, so I'm ready to end this turn. I'm going to replace that save. Here we go, and end the turn. I have to say, it's really nice to finally be able to play this game on a desktop where I have, you know, a 1080p image, and I can set up all the details quite high. This is a very beautiful mod for Barbarian Invasion. And it's a shame that I've had to play it for so many years without being able to fully realize how beautiful the mod is. So we've got an agent chased out of a settlement. Where was that? This settlement. Where's the agent? There he is. Okay, I don't have the units here to squish that agent. Well, first things first, let's go ahead and save. We're on our 12th turn now. Did Adunabar send some troops over here? Doesn't look like it. If they had sent that unit, it would have been close enough for me to see. What's going to happen is this settlement is just going to end up revolting. And that should be okay, because I think my troops will be able to reach it and take it back that turn. Okay, let's send these two fellows here. A lot of ranged units in this stack. I'm going to have to make a new stack pretty soon, I think. Okay. Let's see. Nobody to recruit here yet. Not sure if this is a different recruitment zone here. Let's take a look real quick. No, it's not. Okay. Go back and build watchtower. Very satisfactory. I'm going to join these guys up just because it'll give them a nice movement bonus next turn. You never know when something like that will be handy. You can go there. You can go there. Did I remember to move that fellow? The emissary, I mean. Yeah, I did. Okay. Get another emissary queued up. Better count my emissaries again. I lose track of things so quickly. So how do we want this one to proceed? Military or financial? Gosh, I don't know. What can I produce here? Military development only goes up to that level. I can produce March Wardens. I think those are actually important to produce as a decent medium mounted unit. Powerful charge, reasonable morale. The morale means they can stay stuck in the battle for a bit longer. I mean, they're going to be better if I have to send horsemen against horsemen. That's who I want to send, but you don't generally want to do things like that. So I think there's only a limited number of places I can actually produce March Wardens. So I'll probably want to utilize them at this location. Gosh, I hate making decisions. We'll come back to that later. What we got going on here? One more turn before Homeland Dominion. That'll be so nice. So nice. Okay. You have these slingers join this unit down here because they don't have any slingers yet. Keep mixing up my turns, unit stacks, etc. Need to be more careful about that. Got enough ranged units down there. Let's send these guys up here. And send one more down there. Let's get another fella queued up. If you want to know what the standard recruitment cost is for a unit, you can go to the build menu and pull it up. From the build menu, go to the building that would produce the unit, and then access unit information from that avenue, and it will show you the unaugmented or unreduced unit cost. So right here it's 480 standard. In this settlement I'm able to build them for 240, which means I've achieved the 50% bonus, which is the maximum you can achieve on unit recruitment. And that's quite good because this guy is not even an error. He doesn't have any ancillaries. He's just an adept governor who has become attuned. You don't need much more than that to get very good recruitment bonuses. So don't be daunted by the high recruitment costs in some of these factions. They are mitigated if you're just careful with your governors. Let's see how we're doing here. 200 and going here. What are they called? Hunters? Yeah. 400 is standard. So already on these guys we are at the halfway mark. So we can actually take these guys out of the recruitment roster if we want. Out of the recruitment queue to increase the taxes that we bring in. I remember I was keeping that depressed at the time because I got good taxes out of it, but it may not be necessary any longer, and I'll check on that. So right now I've got 587. If I take one out of the queue, 591. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at income taxes. Lame. Okay. 707, 713, 718, 726. Very good. All right. That's where we wanted to be. All right, now at each turn we can just add one more to the queue rather than having to keep them already in there. What else can we do around here? We have to build something there. Okay, and we'll get back to that later. Alright, those guys are going to stay where they are for now. He's good. Okay, time to diddle around. And go ahead, let's see what's here. So diplomacy and tribute, we made 55,000 last turn, 5,500 rather. Would have made 6,000 had I not made that mistake with map information with Reunited Kingdom. I'll be really disappointed if they do not, if it's spoiled my ability to get support from my attacks in subsequent turns. Very disappointing. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I can definitely get up to the Shire now. Don't know that the Shire has any interest in map information, but I can probably sell them trade rights. I'll try for both. I'm pretty sure Shire shares map information with the allies like Rohan, Reunited Kingdom, and so forth. What do we have up here? Oh, it's so crisp and beautiful. I hope it shows up this nicely in the rendered video. It's so much nicer than it used to be. These are both... Oh, that's from Dale, okay. Hello, little hobbits. I'm not getting an alliance with the hobbits. That would be stupid. I don't think they would accept one anyway. We'll just do trade rights, map information, and we're going to go for 2,000. See how they like that. I'll go for it. Thank you. Yeah, see, they weren't interested in map information at all because I've already They've already got all of my map information from their allies. Okay, and basically, okay. They've got this bridge blocked, and he's probably going to continue to have that bridge blocked. There's Nickel Delving. It's going to be around there somewhere. A little bit out of reach for me, I think. Okay, what I'm going to do is this turn I'm going to stay here. Next turn I'll start journeying around so that I can get behind this river, the Brandywine I think it's called. Okay, and then I'll have more freedom of movement. What can we do here? We don't really need to talk to Tharbad because we're not going to be attacking anybody this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and send my guy over here to expose this settlement of Tharbad. Very good. This fellow is going to go down here and expose these southern settlements in the Dunland area. And this guy is going to expose this settlement down here. Oh, there's two, I forgot. Entwade and Eastwold. And then I'll go just inside here so I don't get locked in that area. And we got some stuff to expose here. I think we can make it to this settlement. Yep. Good deal. Yeah, we're not getting money for anybody this turn. So we're just exposing settlements. It doesn't take too long. Well, let's try these guys, see if they'll give me something. I'll accept like 1,000 for map information and trade arts. I'm not doing 500, that's mean. That's too mean. They accept. Oh, see, that's nice. If you set patience, you can get what you need. Let's go over here. Oh, shit. I should have asked them for alliance. Can I get alliance from these guys? Okay, I can. I can get an alliance from these guys, potentially. I'm going to try for it. See if they'll pay me 1,000, maybe. Hey, look at that. Allies. Nice. More allies is more better. Okay, let's see. Go over here. I say it's not necessarily better. It could be a stumbling block later if Khan attacks Ruin or vice versa. But at a certain point, I just get tired of it. Shit. How much can you do? How perfect can you be? Perfect gets boring after a while. I'm going to send this emissary over here to show who is truly holding this settlement, which I know already is Dale. Okay, let me get this guy north of this river. Send him right up here, should be nice. You need to expose this elven settlement here. Very nice. And Warren Elf is next. How close do I have to get? That close, okay. Then you can go up here, and there's a settlement up here somewhere. Oh, shoot, that was kind of dumb of me. I mean, I can still talk to the Bjornings here. That's fine, as long as I have a unit to talk to, but I don't know. I hate being stuck places. I'm just going to keep him here. I'm not going to mess around. Get claustrophobic for the sake of my emissaries. Okay, now we can get in here. What can we expose? We can get close to a settlement up in this corner. Yay! And this I'm just going to keep this guy here. He doesn't really have much to do. Alright, so look at that. Still 99% chance on this guy. That means I can still potentially increase my spy's abilities to 6 eyeballs. It's kind of, I don't know if I've even remember seeing this before. Maybe it's because of a special attribute. Usually you get 93 and then 100, nothing in between. I don't even remember if I've seen this before with the 99%. We're going to try to try. With my luck, he'll probably die. My spy, I mean. He didn't die, but he didn't gain any more ability. Oh well. Should we keep him in that area? Actually, I'll move him down a little bit. He's got enough movement points to get back up there if he needs to, but I would like to have eyes down here and see what's going on. Yeah, I'm just there. Still can't see this spot right here, but I doubt anything's going on. I think Adunibar is just going to honor my stupid alliance with him. God, dumb Adunibar. Hate him. Hate Adunibar. What would it do, man? I don't have an alliance with Dale. I could just attack Dale. That would be super lame. Oh, that would be lame. I don't really want to do that. I would say if I get 3 stacks, this 2 stacks is enough for this theater. Definitely, I would say. If I get a 3rd stack going, and I don't have any wars with anybody yet, I'm going to go ahead and attack Dale. Dale's a pretty safe area of conquest. I can attack and take Dale and not really increase my exposure significantly. Definitely increase my my income. Okay, let's go through here and see why I haven't moved yet. He's fine where he is. He's fine where he is. He's fine where he is. Fine. Okay, he needs to move. Where can I move this guy that would be useful? Useful. I'll move him down here. He stays. Okay. I'm going to count my emissaries really quick. I'll fast forward while I do it. Okay, so I've got 20 emissaries so far. I want to get that up to somewhere. 20 emissaries is a lot. I think I should just be happy with that for now. Let me look at my finances, see how well I'm doing. Still bringing in a good amount of profit, even without a lot of diplomatic income. I'm going to be happy for that for now. Need to start producing some governors soon. Dang. What do we got here? Alliance, we got path blocked. Okay, so I think we've got everything done here that we're going to do this turn. There will be some excitement next turn because I'll probably be retaking with Morgent. So that'll be a nice battle to look forward to. Let's go ahead and save. Okay, and I'll stop again just to make sure recording is doing well. Alright, so next turn. Take a look. Oh, yep, it's revolted. Very nice. It's not under siege. So we can go attack it this turn. Is he going to be close enough? He will be, actually. Alright. That'll be easy enough. Let's make sure we save. Turn 13. And we will actually have a battle this turn, so this is going to be our last turn for this episode. Let's look at our season report here. Profits 9,000. Not too shabby, still be 7,000 without diplomacy. That was inflated a bit because we took several units out of the unit queue. So probably looking more like 6,000 without diplomacy. Oh, we got 3 places we need to build today. Let's see here. We've got recruitment going now. We can really start getting some viable forces now. We need to actually start filling up these little holes here. Spearmen. Don't need to produce any more advanced units here. We do need to make more money. Always more money. That will give us about 100 more per turn there, about 200 there, so 300 total. This will give us 200 more and about 70 more. 270 for that one. They're the same cost. This will only give us about 70, not great. Tiny, tiny increase there. Normal increase there. What do we actually want to produce here? We can either produce tanneries or horse breeders. Honestly, I don't remember what the difference is between them. I think we even went over this in a previous episode. I'll look into that. I'm not producing either of those this turn. And it's really up to between mustering, not mustering fields, Lord's Feasts and land clearance. Let's look at that again. It's going to be a difference. Actually, the difference isn't all that great. We're going to go with land clearance. Okay. So that costs a lot less, fewer turns, and it's pretty close to what we'd be getting from the Lord's Feast. We do the Lord's Feast next if we like. Okay, and next on, actually, I wonder if I should be reducing tax rates here. There's a very good little article in the forums concerning how authority is calculated, which was it definitely increased my knowledge, and having lower tax rates in all of your settlements on average is a contributing factor for many factions, for all the factions, I think. More so in some than others. Damn it, I'm going to close that. Okay, so I'm going to look at reducing, especially now that I'm recruiting in this settlement. I'm just going to go with low taxes for a while. We started recruiting, we're recruiting at full cost here, and then you get a governor in that location. This place finished, thank goodness. Now, I've got an attuned governor here. So the repairs on the King Feasts has gone down considerably. That's because my governor is attuned. He's a competent governor. Is he attuned? I'm assuming that he's attuned, but maybe I shouldn't assume that, because it doesn't say anything like that in his attributes. Maybe kings don't become attuned. They must become attuned. He'd be attuned by now. He's an intelligent guy. Huh. Well, any rate, the point is it's a lot cheaper now to restore these king feasts, and there's good reason that I'd want to, because it's going to increase by a huge amount. Look at this, 500 just in land tax. Well, not 500, about 500 total. So after 4 turns, that will have made up itself. Is the herbalist being damaged that much going to make any difference? It doesn't. It's not damaged enough for it to not be functional. So we're going to go ahead and repair the King's Feasts. That takes 0 turns, so we can still queue up something else. Consultation is an easy choice. But we do have 2 other possibilities here. We can do animal husbandry and fishing rights, or farmlands and estates. I'm pretty sure the only thing that you can do with farmlands and estates is like grow wine or something. Whereas with animal husbandry, you can increase population growth or potentially get better units. Honestly, don't know which way I want to go with that one. Let's put it off for a turn, and I can do some research in between this this episode and the next, so I know what I want to be doing. We'll just build the consultation building right now. That's always a safe bet. Any of the other settlements, this guy needs to be producing some more foresters, and this guy needs to produce something here. Oh, we're trying to decide if we want to do military or financial policy. We're going to go military policy. We're going to go military policy for now. Okay, so this guy was able to build what he wanted to build, and that was nice. Can't recruit anybody. Here, at least. What can we do? Let's go here. He's going to go on his own. He needs to start doing his own wandering about. And then just inside our territory. These guys actually aren't hiding, because when you build a tower, it clears that tile of any force that would be in that tile normally. So if I just move him over 1 step, then he'll be hidden in that forest, and I can have these fellows join him. Just perfect. And we'll keep more guys moving in. We can have this guy hide in this forest over here. Actually need to get somebody in Thrimfeld eventually. Let's see here. He's still going south. And like right there. And this fellow down here. Okay. Now, one of the nice things right now is that we get to attack the independent peoples. Not once, but twice in this turn. So we're going to be making some money from diplomacy. Ooh, okay. North Rune has closed the gap here with Ian Halkar. Let me look at the diplomacy again and see what the relations are like with Rune. Rune is not at war with North Rune, but not allied either. I suspect that's going to be their next target. The only other target they potentially have is a Dunamar down here. And they probably won't want to do that, because that really wouldn't be better for me anyway. See, what I've done here is I've got myself in a diplomatic corner. I was counting on somebody being reckless and breaking, and rather attacking me, as the AI is so wont to do normally. And that wager is not paying off. None of the None of my neighbors are choosing to attack me, and that's highly irritating because I've allied myself with most of my neighbors. And pretty soon they're going to start attacking each other, and I'm going to lose out on that diplomatically. Well, let's go ahead and move this fellow up here. There's that. There's another settlement and hid it in these woods somewhere. Yep. Okay. Well, let's see if these peaceful hobbits are ready to pay me to kill off some independent peoples. Will you give me 500? 500 is the least you could give me. Come on. Ah, how nice of you guys. See, hobbits are nice people. Like, you want to kill off some independent people? Go right ahead. Here's some money. Moment of truth is coming up here. Pretty soon we're going to be asking Reunited Kingdom for some money to attack independent peoples. And they might tell us to go and kick a brick. We'll just have to see what happens.
Noble master, I shall speak with him at once.
Come on, be nice. Ah, nice. Okay, so it only messed us up that one turn. Okay, who else do we got here? Did we do the warnings yet? I don't think we did. Hello, I know you love standing on rivers. But I know you also love giving me money to kill people you don't even know. I know it's your favorite thing. How about the elves? You don't like humans, do you? We're all sheep to you. And you've got too much money anyway. Let me help you with that problem. Very nice. Just 2 more to go. The dwarves, the elves gave us 500. You're not going to be cheaper than the elves, are you? Very nice. Everybody's being very cooperative this turn. Excellent. Okay. Now it is time for the moment of truth. I'm going to separate one of my cavalry out just to make sure he's got plenty of movement points to make mistakes with if need be. We're going to make sure that we can all connect up. And we'll go ahead and attack from this corner. I wonder if there are potential problems here. I actually don't want to attack with everybody. Don't want to attack with this guy, because what will happen there is he'll run out of movement points inside Lithmorchen, and then my men are going to be stuck inside Lithmorchen, and I don't want that. I'm going to be able to get back out after we've captured the settlement. So it's a good thing I approached slowly and gave myself time to think. Alright, I'm maintaining that siege. Okay, now we get to make money again. Another slip up there, moving too quickly, and my emissary, I had the pointer targeted on a elvish unit to the south of the city rather than on the city itself, the settlement. And my emissary just ran off to the north, used up his movement points. I couldn't get that last 500 out of the elves. Another turn where I'm 500 short. So I would have had 8,000 this turn instead of 750. Oh well. Poor me. Okay, let's go ahead and take this settlement here. And go ahead and save before I attack. Alrighty. So as you can see, all of the, except for the leader, all of these guys start out with 0 experience when it's a city that has rebelled. So these guys are they're just straw men. They're not going to be an issue at all to destroy, run down. I might lose a couple of these missile attacks if I were not careful, but I will be careful. I'm not going to lose any men, I expect. So oh my god, this is, look, I can see the flowers. Flowers. This is so cool. I have been playing for so many years on the lowest visual settings just so that my laptop could play this game at all. It's so fantastic to be able to see this game, this mod in particular, as beautiful as it's supposed to be. I know that we got the new, the most recent Total War games that just blow these types of graphics out of the water, but there's an aesthetic element, you know, the mentality that went into the designs, utilizing what they were capable of. It's just got a bit of a thoughtfulness to it that you don't see in the more commercial releases that are more up to date. Anyway, Tom, this is, let me see, is this my approach? Forget how I want to do. Okay, that's a good approach over there. So I'm going to start on this corner right here. See if I can get some. Oh, maybe this is the corner I should be starting for. I'm forgetting where are the best corners to start. Maybe this corner. A good corner to start is one where the enemy's not going to have backup, and he's going to have to run a long way to get back home. And I think this is actually the best corner right here. So I'm going to set up my archers. Who else I got here? Put my cavalry at the end. Okay. I'm going to put my archers up front here. And they can shoot people in the back as they try to run away, which is always a nice thing to do if you're an archer. These fellows will be ready to intervene, and then these guys behind can run forward if anybody tries to be naughty. Take them, I want everybody to be under my control, following my orders. Now, what do we have here? Oh, yes. These, this is the general, I think? No, it's not the general, but no, I still want to kill them with my bow and arrows. Do we have any archers out here? Axemen, I don't think there were any archers in this settlement. So that shouldn't be an issue. Okay. Let's see if I can... what I'll do is I'll just order these guys to run up here. I'll have these guys walk. Walking is fine. And I have these guys run, because they can run back away if they need to. Very good, everybody has their orders. Let's see how things develop. Who's going to be moving somewhere first? Oh, these guys. Very nice. As soon as I can... oh, look, I can already start shooting at these guys. That's terrific. Now these guys move up. They'll be ready to intercept. fact, I'll have them charge. They're not going to actually make contact. They're just there to get these guys' attention. Like, oh, somebody's charging at us. We better stop. Yeah, you better stop. Look at that. Oh, already gone. Because they're all 0 experience troops. They got no defensive capabilities. Okay, these guys are going to stop for a moment. So I don't want them getting shot in the back of the head. And now we're going to... Who are we going to fire on? General's too far away. Okay, so these guys can just start walking away until the infantry turns around. And these horsemen are going to run over here, and they're going to finish off these retreating horsemen. If they can manage it. Okay, kill off those guys. Wow, these guys are a lot more determined than I expected them to be. Alright, so we're going to start separating this up. Take these two, have them run this way. These two can continue there. These two can run this way. And we'll just have these guys sort of follow the same pattern. Ah! Okay. You guys run up here. No, don't get caught, don't get caught. Run towards the bowman. Okay, who can start shooting? We can. These guys can start shooting here. Perfect. Okay, these two guys, actually all three of these guys can start running in this direction. And these guys can start running there. Oh crap, I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit. Oh man. Now what? Okay, you guys need to start charging these guys. No, don't throw at my guys. What do we got over here? These rangers, and you have to use them. This is getting a lot more messy than I anticipated. The whole point of, I probably should have set up my men initially further away from the periphery, so that I didn't have nearly the entire enemy army running at my guys. I'm going to end up taking some casualties I wasn't anticipating, I expect. Crap, man. Okay, these two guys right here, I think can take at least one shot there. He can start running this way. He can target this one. Oh shoot, there's my guys taking their hits. Oh bastards. All the way from over there. It's not fair! Man. Okay, well. Just gotta keep shooting at these guys. Who is he chasing after? think he has to run. I have him over here. I have him run over there.
Riders!
Okay, my first attempt at this battle did not record properly, but that's okay, that's why we save. Alright, so something I forgot to do. I'll pick it up later. Trying again. Yeah, the first time I deployed a bit too aggressively. I deployed a bit too aggressively and ended up having to fight the entire army practically all at once, which is not smart on my part, and probably lost about 10 men, probably half of that to friendly fire or more. But I really shouldn't have to lose any men in this fight, and I just need to be a little more intelligent, less aggressive in deployment. Deploying aggressively like that, what I mean by aggressively, putting my men too close to the city, could have made sense if they had ranged units and I needed to deal with those ranged units quickly. Like the smart thing to do if, for example, you have to fight a garrison that has some long-range artillery, and you just get in there quickly and eliminate that threat. But in this case, they don't have any long-range units. They just have one unit of foresters, and those can easily be taken out. I've got really an overabundance of ranged units that I can use to eliminate any of their threats. So what I'm going to do is just figure out where my attack vector is. Where's my favorite one? I think this is my favorite attack vector here. So I'm going to set up my men in this corner, and I'm going to set them up a good distance away. And that will make it so that instead of just charging my men, the enemy should just start returning to positions in the interior of the settlement, and that'll let me take out individual units piecemeal. 2. Put those guys over there. Okay. Oh, let's make sure everybody's off these automated actions. I like to be in control of things where possible. Okay, let's see if anybody's going to come out. Anybody coming out? Looks like everybody's going back in. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is get my men to come up over here. Start them well away from the side of the city. And I'll probably fast forward this bit. Okay, let's go ahead and get these guys squared up a bit better. So what's going to happen here is I'm just going to one by one target a unit, get them to come out, and destroy them, almost as if they were just in the city center, the town square rather. And put one of these cavalry units on either side. So I should be able to get through this entire endeavor without losing any men. This is going to take a while, but I don't have a battle timer on, so I don't have to worry about hurrying. Although I could certainly do this with the battle timer on. I did for many years. Okay. Alright, so my first concern here is that I've got to get rid of these cavalry. And probably wipe them out with just like one volley of all of these archers. I need to be able to do it without getting caught. So what I'm going to do is, I like this formation. Just going to have everybody come up as a, oh that's stupid. Why is this formation not working properly? For some reason they don't like, how do I get this done? I've totally forgotten most of the controls after 8 months of not really playing the game. I'll just have to do this the hard way. Okay, so have these guys come up here, and these fellows here. Better. Okay, what is this? Just the maximum. Okay, yeah. What happened in the? One of the things I was really excited about with the new setup that I have for recordings is that I've got the two screens. I got one screen showing what I'm recording, and the other showing what I'm doing. And the theory being that as soon as the recording starts messing up, I will notice that, and I can just pause it and I go back to recording again. That did not happen last time I tried this battle. I was too involved in the battle and did not pay attention to the recording to see that it was not recording. Ah! Okay. Okay, these guys are already starting trouble. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, they're not really running. Okay, so you guys can stop. And you guys shoot them. Put them on Do Not Pursue. Should be able to get one volley off at these scouts. I didn't realize they had 2 units of scouts here. I thought they just had 1. I should be able to finish off these scouts before they can get near me with all of the arrow fire I have. In fact, I don't even think they're going to ultimately get that. Oh! Forgot about them not shooting anymore after I pressed Do Not Pursue. I think I may be just far enough out of the border of the cannon that they're not really going to come that close. Of course, now that'll be proved false. Okay. Let's send these fellows back behind the line. Run! Oh, okay. That's not necessary. Shoot at them. One of these guys shoot these fellows. Let's move these guys back a bit. When you have units cluster on top of each other, it can get in the way of all of your archers firing at once. Some of them act as though they're obstructed. So it's good not to have them all piled on top of each other. And back in well, they still have the snag archers in this version of the mod. In the previous version, the new Shadow, I believe it was called, the Snagas that you could recruit as Dunland or a Dunabar were actually zero-turn production units. So you could produce I think 8 or 9 of those every turn. So as a Dunabar, you would just you had the option of just pumping out endless stacks of Snagas. You know, I did 20 Snaga units in a stack go and attack some city. And my first inclination was to just put them all in one spot as a blob and fire away whatever I wanted to destroy. And I found out pretty quickly that really deteriorates their ability. They weren't even doing as much damage as a single Snaga unit sitting in that one spot would have been doing, because they were all in each other's way. So let's go a little bit faster. Do we have anybody we can shoot at? Not yet. There we go, that's close enough. Okay, so we'll have these guys stop right here. These fellows just behind. And have these horsemen stop right there. And I'll have these ones come just inside. This should encourage them to come out and try to mess with my horsemen, and I can then destroy them. Who's coming out? The scouts. So the scouts are going to die. Die, scouts! You go slow and careful, though. Okay, let's see. Bring my horsemen close up in case I need to intercept.
Riders! Units! Double time!
Oh, nobody's running. Okay. We can stop them.
Units!
So with this much firepower, I'll probably eliminate this unit of scouts before they can be a threat. That's very nice. See, this is totally under control. Okay, start having these guys walk up here. Oh, there's General. Okay. Get ready to shoot this guy when he gets close enough. Go.
Riders! Riders!
Send these guys down here. They'll be safe there. I just have one unit finish him off, so I'm not wasting too many arrows, but I probably have more than enough. I was really hoping I could record a couple of episodes this week, but I think my throat is getting too sore for that. But one of the things I want to do is get closed caption for all of the episodes thus far. One thing I hadn't realized when I started recording these is that if you upload your video with music, the automatic captioning doesn't work. So what I would have to do is upload them again without the music, generate some automatic captions, and then port them over to the proper video. So that's just going to take some time to do. Okay, where are you guys going? Why aren't you like... Let's send these guys over here. I don't know where these guys are going. Let's speed this up a little bit. Come on. Come down. Okay, I think they're finally coming now. Send him over there. run. Oh, perfect. Now destroy. Beautiful. Let's see. I'm not gonna hit my port. Well, maybe I will. No, because they'll probably just get caught up. I'll let them get finished off.
Riders! Riders! Riders!
I'm gonna use my scouts to lure out the foresters because they might get a volley off at me. And that would suck. Definitely don't want them to get a volley off at me if I can help it. They're gonna move it towards me. I'm gonna do stick him right there. Nope, not gonna come. Okay. This is too close. I want this. Nope. Frack. See? They lose to volley. I'm lucky I didn't lose him in there. How am I gonna deal with this? Maybe I have to. Who's over here? Axeman. Somehow, I need to make this work. Might be able to get an angle going from over here. Between that house and that tree. Trees will block my ammunition, but I think I can sort of get in between here. There we go. Okay, if I just get one volley off at him, he'll start coming out. Or he'll just run away. Be alone. Pain in the butt, man. Okay, let's have you guys come down here. It's because they are a ranged unit that they're being so difficult. Ranged units are a pain in the ass to tease out. Okay, stop there. Fire. Probably it's going to take more ammunition than taking out any other unit. Unless I can keep getting shots off at them on the back. I hope. Okay, stop. Oh, these foresters suck, man. Really? Okay, there we go. Alright. Okay, I might just have to bring forward all of my archers. Now in place, good. Now destroy that. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of my ammunition. They're hiding behind this tree. Half of my volleys are going to be towards their front. But this is how I am going to win without losing any men. Potentially. Am I getting anybody? Super inefficient. Okay, now I'll finish them off. Oh my god, look how much ammunition I've used up. I still have one cavalry unit to take out. Thought I would have plenty of ammunition for this, but I was wrong. I'll probably still make it, it's just it's going to be a lot closer than I would have wanted it to be. Okay. So I have these guys just sort of pivot a little bit so they have a better shot at him. Come on. Come on. No. See where the invisible wall would have been. It's really messing me up. Maybe if I can do this. Okay, that's how I'm going to do it. Oh. I gotta play this game. Okay, you two go over there. You go over there. And you go over there. That's better. Okay, everybody stop, and all of these archers kill that. What? Oh, he's out of ammunition, so he's just gonna go over there. Everybody else can shoot at him. Good. So he'll probably retreat as soon as he gets hit in the back by all those volleys, and then I can run him down. No, he's turning around. God. Stop. Look, turned around just in time to catch all the volleys in the face. This is stupid. So a full volley from 5 of my... God. Is he going to do this thing where he just keeps turning back and forth? Okay, that's better. Okay, stop. Stop. Kill. Kill. Okay, I can take the rest of these guys out without using any ammunition. Just do it quickly. Yay! Okay. What to do now? What I can do here is just sort of set up my men here in such a way that when the enemy comes forward, they'll just be annihilated. Alright, so you can go there, there. These 5 fellows can go in between, and then this guy will be back here. Okay, that's gonna work. Oh, may as well put my horsemen up here. Okay, I think it's a good setup. I shouldn't get any friendly fire. Maybe I'll just adjust these guys a little bit just to make sure. There we go. Yeah, there. Okay, I have these guys on fire at will. Just in case Will shows up. Alright. Go ahead and take out... Oh, look, with their backs to us. That's beautiful. These guys are going down. Very nice. Come on. But no. Okay. You guys run down here. And you guys run up here. Oh, they're gonna hit my guys. Bastards. Why aren't you running? Because I didn't tell you to run. That's why. Run. And run.
The enemy general flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is
The enemy
broken
general
through.
has fleas. Why are you guys not firing at will, like I told you to? Stop. Oh, I should have had them on do not pursue. Okay. Go back. Don't mess around. Go back. Go back. There. Are you close enough to hit? Hit them. Go over here, dude. That was a waste of a couple volleys. Okay, that was a bit sloppy. Next volley should take them out completely. Here we go. Oops, okay. Look at that, 2 left. Oh man. Everybody's out of ammo. Oh, this is lame. Only got 1 archery left that has ammo. Okay, you guys run up here. Alright, I should be able to finish off. What are these guys doing? Go back there. You just gonna stand there? God damn it, man. This can be frustrating. The whole point of this is to not lose men. Look, everybody, I cannot lose men. Lose men there. Oh, and I got 2 units in here. I thought there was just 1. Shoot. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Okay, these guys can stop firing at will. Oh, nice. Can my horsemen get them? Probably not, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, that's no way that's going to happen. Actually, let's do this. Let's send our horsemen around. I'm gonna have my horsemen hang out here in these bushes so that the next time one of these guys decides to flee, I'll be able to run them down. Right here would be nice. Where are you going? Right there. Should be good. Okay, who's got their backs to me? Conserve this ammunition. Make sure every shot counts. back here. Run! Do you know how to run? Hey, Christmas man. Really? We're about to fire Will, and fire Will, and fire Will. Well, Will's gonna get it. Okay, and then we can put our cavalry back here. This guy taking care of in short order. He's gonna break immediately. Oh crap, I'm gonna see that. That right there, that was friendly fire, I guarantee it. Okay, these guys come back up here.
Riders!
Okay, well I'm not concerned that we'll run out of ammunition now. You guys go back here. It already broke. Won the battle already, but it's worth it to get as many kills in as you can, as that gives your units experience after a while. Look, the enemy only actually killed one, and that was probably when their leader did that charge. All of the rest of my casualties were from friendly fire. Five deaths from friendly fire, which is actually about how many deaths I had the previous time I tried to do this battle. But the independent peoples had a few more kills to their credit on that occasion. Okay, bravo, good fun. But that is one of the reasons that one of the things you should take advantage of when you're playing one of these factions with cheap units is not having to worry too much about losing men. Casualties here and there do not have that much of an effect on your total military strength as it would in a faction like Reunited Kingdom. Alright, well I'm glad I don't have to do that battle more than twice. Go ahead and occupy. And save. Okay, what else do I have to do while I'm here? I want to move my men out of this place. Put them like right here. Have them join up. What do we have going on up here? Was that last? What turn am I on? Was that last turn that there was a spy out here and then I just forgot about him? Just forgot about the spy. Shoot. So what I should have done at the time is use the men that I have here. 4 men is probably enough to push that spy up past this ford. Now that I haven't done that, I have no idea where the spy is. He probably just went right back into Belgium, or he might be hiding in this little forest right here. Check to see if he is. Yep, he is. Okay. So, potentially I can get this guy up beyond this ford. See if I can remember how it goes. I think if I block this square, then the next time he's forced to move, he'll go north. So I think that'll work out. go ahead and put this guy here.
Yes, Captain.
And this guy here. No! Fuck. Okay. So, I misremember. I should have looked it up before I even started. Oh man, I need to be able to make sure that these guys can get back to where they need to go at the end of this. Okay, I'm going to make King go here. I'll have this guy go here. So he can still get in there. And then I'll have him walk here. Okay, then he goes. So I have to block those two tiles. Okay, he can't get up there anymore. Can he get up there? He can. Shit, I gotta take him directly up there. Okay, so my king's gonna go here. Come on, king.
Captain.
Right there. Go here. Shouldn't be worried too much. I think now that I've got what's it called? Homeland Dominion. Now that I've got Homeland Dominion, I probably have plenty of public order. So even if I can't get this garrison unit back in to Veligand, I should still be able to maintain public order there. It's not that big of a deal.
Orders. Forward. Orders. Orders.
Oh, and then I've got a unit in here I can use. Okay.
Move out.
Captain.
Move out.
I don't have enough men to squish this guy,
Captain.
but I don't really need to squish him.
Forward.
And he is the spy of my ally at the current moment. I don't think it would be beneficial to me.
Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain.
Shoot. Okay, he can go here.
March. Joining forces.
And then this guy can go up.
Leaving the army. Forward.
Okay, almost home with this.
Sir.
Captain.
March. Sir. Onward.
Alright. Beautiful.
Captain.
Okay, let's go here. No, no! Ugh! Crap. I really should have... There's an article in the forums you can go to. I believe it's covered in the diplomacy article that's stickied on the forums, and it shows the order in which spies and emissaries and any kind of agent unit will move out of the way of your military units. And I really should just broke down and looked at that article before I started this whole process, because it's been way too long since I played this to remember. Now what? I really just screwed this up. I'm gonna have to just try again next turn.
Captain.
March.
Okay, anything else I need to do?
Yes, master.
Oh, do do something with this guy? Can we do something with this guy? Where is he going? That army is no longer there. Let's see if we can find out where he is.
Your honor. Your honor. Without delay.
I bet you he went up here. Yeah. Untitled is always interested in that Anduin Vale and conquering that. I wonder if it's like an AI impulse to link the two halves of their empire, because they really seem to target that path in a lot of games that I play. A lot of my campaigns. They just have no interest whatsoever in attacking me. That's super annoying. Huh. If they're going to be this adamant about not attacking me, I may end up just having to have one stack in this whole area. Probably like right here in this corner. And then use my other stacks in an assault against, I don't know, the Bjornings or Dale. Probably Dale first, because I suspect if the Adunabar is going up this Anduin Vale, they're going to be fighting the Bjornings sooner than later. So, yeah.
Sir.
Well, what can I do with my spy? Anybody that I can have a chance of getting any kind of... Not really. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and get it back into mid-deeping with my spy. Okay. Doing fine there. They can't move. Okay, let's just go through the list here.
Sir.
You can stay where he is. Where are you? Oh, you're up here trying to find some more settlements. There's one over here somewhere.
Without delay.
Yep. And then another one down, sort of diagonal like.
Honor.
Oh, it's there.
No more moves.
Okay. Gosh, I got a lot of allies. I wasn't planning on that. I got carried away with myself.
At once.
Oh, that's the last Far Herod settlement exposed. Okay, what do we want to do now? I'll just send him here to expose some more settlements. There isn't really any reason to keep in contact with Far Herod at this point.
At once. Moves depleted, sir. Sir. Your honor.
Okay, there's one,
Without delay.
two,
Without delay.
3, 4.
At once. No
Okay.
more moves.
Here.
Noble master.
Should have another settlement down here.
At once.
And then one last one over here.
At once. Moves depleted, sir. Can I be of service? At once. Your honor. At once.
Okay. These settlements are all exposed. I have them just hang out at Edoras, I suppose.
At once. Can I be of service?
So who knows? Let's see. Eastern, yeah, it's the same place all the way across. There's just the one more settlement down in this corner.
At once.
Oh, there's another one here. Okay. And look, it's still independent people, so you guys should move on and conquer some stuff.
Moves depleted, sir. sir.
Alrighty. He can go up here.
Without delay. Moves depleted, sir.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of settlements in here I need to expose. And you can... What can you do? You can go all the way around here.
At once. At once.
Alright.
No more moves. Noble master? Can I? Yes.
Oh, he's just keeping an eye on Gargle. Well, they've got Gargle very well defended. So I'm kind of thinking that Northrune is not going to have any luck taking back Gargle. In fact, I wonder if they're even going to be attacked by Dale. Dale might just take over the rest of Northrune. Rune's going to be attacking somebody. They aren't attacking me yet, though they certainly would if they could. But given that they can't attack me, they are definitely going to attack somebody like Northrune or Khand. If they're going to make me break my alliance with somebody, I'd rather hope it's Northrune, because I can take out some of Northrune's possessions. Oh, I forgot about this. I've got an island right here I can claim. Yeah, that'd be... See, I've still got some more expanding to do. Just need to be able to produce ships here, which I can do already. Huh. Okay, tell you what. First stack that I'm able to get over here, I'm going to build a ship and go capture this island. I think the island is pretty safe place. I don't think the AI is inclined to go and take islands from me. So I'll probably be dead wrong about that. How many you got here? You've got 3,
Captain.
4, I'm counting the frontline units. So you got 4 frontline units. This one has 1, nope, not 1. 1, 2, 3. So they need a 4th. Okay. He's got 12, 13, 14.
Captain. Captain.
He's got 12, 13, 14.
Yes, Captain.
Send this fella up here. Alrighty, what to do next? Yeah, I'm not going to build this warboat until I actually need it. You know, maybe I should. Because here's the thing. Rune might have already claimed this island, and I wouldn't be able to tell because I don't have eyes on it. So, building a warboat now before I decide to commit an army to capturing it is probably a good idea. And I can just decommission that warboat as soon as I've done my reconnaissance. It's actually worth doing so because, as you can see, it's only 150 to recruit, but it's 100 upkeep each turn. So as soon as I don't need this warboat, I'm going to decommission it, and I'll just commission another one next time I need one. Okay. That was frustrating. So the next thing I need to do go back to my list here.
Awaiting your command.
Is there anything useful he can do? Not particularly. Has he already moved? He has. Okay, so we can expose this settlement.
Without delay. Without
And
delay.
this one over here next turn.
No more moves.
And he's just going to stay there to talk to the Bjornings.
I be of service? Yes.
Here's another one I'll remove. Okay, I'm pretty sure, like right over here, there's a settlement.
Without delay. Without delay.
I thought.
No
Is there a settlement up here
move,
somewhere?
sir.
It must be right next to it, just not close enough.
Can I be of service?
That's where I want him.
Yes.
That's where I want him.
Sir.
Ah, we've got another guy built. Okay. Where do we need a fellow? I think I'll send him south. Could probably use some more units down south. Actually, you know what? Let me use him to just go through
Honor.
this
No
forested area
moves.
to see if I can uncover a Dunabar.
Noble master.
Still got movement on this one.
Without delay.
Ah, there he is. Yep, see, he's going up north here. I suspect he's going to go straight for this settlement of the independent peoples. What is that one called? Langwike.
Can I be of service?
That's what he's doing.
Your honor. No more moves.
So once Adunabar has gotten Langwike, then he won't have any more independent peoples on his border. He might decide at that point that he was ready to start trouble with me. Maybe that's what the AI is waiting for.
Awaiting your command.
Okay, that was all of my agents. Any
Captain.
military forces that need to be moved.
Captain.
Sir! Yes, Captain!
Captain.
Sir!
I think we're good on all fronts there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this turn. That was lots of fun coming back to this. I don't know how long it's going to be before I record another one, because I am not feeling well. My throat's bad, and I'm just feeling exhausted. But this is the beginning of a beautiful thing. I'm going to have more of these coming out. So look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. This will conclude episode 8 of the Rhovanion campaign. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm more than happy to respond to any comments. And also, don't forget to check out the forum, link below, for the mod, 4th Age Total War Dominion of Men. Download that and play it to your heart's content. It's a wonderful mod. Thank you for watching.